who, what, when, where, why, all your answers tonight for all your questions.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another question-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew. Sorry, I was
And
reading the
oh
screen.
gosh, Drew, you had one job.
My bad. I was like, I think I go next.
I was like, did my audio go out again? And you were just waiting
No,
for me.
I was reading what the chat was saying. My bad.
Yes, but we are back. Episode 178 tonight.
Is that a special Star Wars number?
No, it's not.
Darn it.
But this is gonna be like a filler episode for you guys tonight.
True.
Because
I already messed up, so
it was like it was Christmas last week or this past weekend, and
it's our New Year episode.
We didn't want to plan anything, and next week is Bad Batch, and there's kind of like we're stuck in limbo, and so we decided to do a Ask Us Anything. So this is our third Ask Us Anything we've done. Even though
is it a filler episode though? We do it every year.
Well, I think we did it twice last year. I don't know. I have to go back. I have to go back and look because like we have one that's labeled an Ask Us Anything, and then we have our last year we did our 12 voicemails of Christmas, which was also an Ask Us Anything, but it wasn't labeled that. And then this is our third one, which will be labeled that as number 3.
I don't know. This could have been our 12 voicemails of the new year.
That could be true too, but we just want to do something fun for you guys. I know we've been doing a lot of Star Wars because that's what we do. So
true.
We just wanted to have a fun episode where we just talk about some random stuff. And so
it's a hangout episode.
Hangout episode, which, you know, some of you, a lot of you, when you listen to the episodes, you don't listen to the voicemail time. So this is going to be kind of like what voicemails are like. We do have 7 voicemails, but we also have like 4,000 questions from the Discord. So these are just random questions that people ask us during voicemail time and blah, blah, blah. And we just talk about stuff and have fun. So if you've never listened to our voicemail time, you're missing out. And definitely join the conversation and send in a voicemail of yourself if you have never sent in a voicemail. Link is in the description in our links.co link. So definitely check us out. We love to hear from you.
And this is our last podcast of 2022.
It is. Unless there's like some big giant trailer for Star Wars Episode 10 that drops like tomorrow, and then we'll do one, but that's not going to happen.
No. I
totally thought that yesterday they released a Mando Season 3 trailer.
Why is that?
Because I always like see them like on Facebook, like they pop up on Facebook in my feed first usually. And I saw like Disney official like Disney Plus thing or Star Wars or whatever it was trailer, but it was a sponsored one, so it's just like a sponsored post. So it's just randomly sent, and so this is it was the original trailer from.
Oh, interesting.
So they got me. It was like an ad.
Weird.
So like
I keep seeing like the Hulu and Disney Plus combo ad, and every single time I see it, it starts with Mando. It's like Disney and the Mando music and Mando. And I was like, is it a new trailer? Every time. And I'm like, no, it's just Hulu, Disney. And they got rid of like the trio combo because it was Hulu, Disney, and ESPN Plus, and now it's just Hulu and Disney because ESPN Plus costs as much as both of those things combined.
So it's no longer that bundle?
No, ESPN Plus is $10 a month. But you can get Hulu and Disney for $10 a month. When before it was all of it was $12.
Interesting.
Or you have Verizon, it's all free, which is
I have
crazy.
never had Hulu in my life, so
they're starting to have some of their own original shows, but a lot of it's just like if you watch like normal television, they do like
right. Which
the next day.
The only thing that I watch that's like regular TV is Survivor, and I just go to CBS.com and watch it the next day.
But then that's not even on Hulu.
It's not?
No, because Hulu's like literally only like Disney franchises, so like Fox, FX.
It is? Because
shows.
wasn't Hulu like every show?
It
like
was
everything?
before Disney bought them.
Oh.
Before Disney Plus came out, Disney bought Hulu, and then now it's just like their own shows, and now like it's all just FX and stuff like that. For CBS, you would have to do like I think Paramount Plus is CBS.
Or is it? There's Paramount NBC.
No, that's NBC is Peacock.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
there's so many.
Paramount Plus.
Have you ever had Apple TV?
Funny thing to ask because my brother has it and I just got his login today.
Because I have a 3-month trial that I can start for my new TV.
But you haven't used it?
I haven't started it yet. But like I don't know anything what's
the
on
only
it.
The only thing I'm gonna watch on it, because they have their own shows and movies and stuff, but I'm excited because I want to watch the McGregor's like documentary show of Ewan on his motorcycle. I'm just gonna watch that.
Oh god.
Because why not? So I like besides that, I don't know what's on there. I haven't opened it. Yeah, I just got it today though.
Yeah, I gotta look up what good shows they have.
Prime, I don't know what Yellowstone. I don't know. I know Prime has. They have Thursday Night Football for NFL, and that's the only thing I use Amazon Prime for.
Fun.
And Amazon Prime shows, but I don't really watch those either. I don't have enough time. There's so much. But I use Paramount Plus for Yellowstone.
Interesting. Yeah, all I have right now is Disney Plus. Next month when The Last of Us.
You have Netflix?
No, I don't. I only have to subscribe for things when they want to watch
stuff. You want them?
When new seasons come out of something or whatever. But I do that for all streaming services except for Disney Plus. Disney Plus I'll have every day for the rest of my life. But next month I'll have HBO starting for 3 months while The Last of Us is going strong. So there's that. But you're not here to talk about
what the heck? This is the weirdest conversation
about TV shows, but we're here for Ask Us Anything. So let's just jump into it.
Yeah. The chat is popping off. Sorry for you listeners that are listening post, but the chat is going off. We got Tan in the chat. We haven't seen
Tanner. Oh dang!
In the chat in a long time.
Tan's like, you guys still watch TV?
This kid.
But yeah, so most of these questions tonight are going to be from the Discord. I made up a separate text channel for people to ask questions. I had 2 rules: no Star Wars questions, and everyone could have up to 3 questions. And so
wait, quick, Star Wars. We have to. Should we do like a 5-second silence for Leia? Her passing was
Carrie
today.
Fisher's her 6-year thing.
Yeah. Should we do
All
that?
right.
6 seconds.
6 seconds?
Yes. Rest in peace.
All right. R.I.P. Carrie Fisher. All right.
We miss you.
Yep. So let's just jump into it. So first question from the Discord from Darth Bane. If you could own Godzilla or a dragon, which would you pick?
Starting with that.
So we're starting with that.
I haven't seen any of these 2, so you guys know. I should have pulled some up. We should be going every other, but I'll let Jeremiah read them all.
Yeah. But yes, if you could own Godzilla or a dragon, which would you pick?
I agree with Shannon.
See,
Dragon all the way, dude.
Dragon. Godzilla is.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
want to
control
fly, dude.
Yeah, and like Godzilla, he's like so giant, and like I feel like he'd have an attitude problem. Like
And where were you gonna store him? At least like the dragon, you can have him sit on your roof.
it's like, yeah, and you could fly with the dragon. You could have like
Yeah,
like a friendship, like a pet relationship. Godzilla, like the new movies,
dude,
he's
he's
like
uncontrollable.
he's like so like I'm the king of all monsters. Like I'm better
Yeah.
than everyone. He does his own thing.
You also know he shoots laser. Well, guys, like my dragon probably shoots flames.
Yeah, so I'm going with Dragon just because it's more practical and a better
Yeah.
companion.
And after watching Avatar, dude, I want to fly with them and do all those fun tricks and stuff. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Dragon all the way, for sure.
Dragon
Hands
all the
down.
way. All right, that's Darth Bane's first question. He has some later on because he didn't post all three at one time. But next, we got 3 questions from Will in the
Ooh,
Discord. First question: what's your dream job?
this.
Well, if we could do this full time, that'd be pretty cool.
That's my dream.
If I could video edit better and make better videos, like that would be cool. But if I could like make movies, that would be cool. Like a filmmaker, that'd be really cool. But
Direct? Maybe you should go back to school for directing.
I'm not gonna go back to school, dude. The only
It's
reason
never
I
too
go back to
late.
school is if I win the Powerball and I have the money. I don't ever want to be in debt
Oh,
from
that's fair.
going to school ever again. I paid off my debt. I'm debt free, and that's the
That's
way
all
to
she wrote until you.
win a
But
500 million thing.
but
Then I
would you
can
go
just.
back to school for that kind of stuff?
I have no idea. I'm so
Is it-
old, dude. I'm 33 years old. I can't be going sitting next to like
Bro, come
18-year-old
Yeah, you
kid.
can.
Dude, they're gonna be saying all these slang
And
terms like
and you could probably just do it all online now, bro.
they're all gonna say bet, and I hate that when people say bet.
I bet.
I hate that,
I
dude.
actually say that all the
Oh
time. And
no,
I'm 31,
dude, I
so
hate it because like it
I
doesn't even. I
I
don't know how to
text
like.
that.
Dude, I hate when
I'll
people
text
say.
that to you now. You should have never told me.
It was like when you were talking to Will in Discord in the private
Mhm.
chat, and like to set something up on Twitch or something,
Yeah.
and Will like finishes with bet. I'm like, oh gosh. um, but yes,
It Will's like I've seen 4-year-olds in my class.
yeah. I just remember when I was in college, like all those people in their 40s and 50s that went back to school, and I'm like, I don't want to be that person.
I mean, I understand, but if
But
it
yeah,
wasn't so expensive,
right. But yes, if I could be a filmmaker, that would be pretty cool. But it's complicated. Filmmaking you think is not that hard, but
dude, I don't think anyone
dude,
thinks that's not that hard, bro.
when I watch Corridor Crew episodes on YouTube, they go on. It's all about CGI and stuff, but
Dude, it's so hard.
you
I
learn
couldn't
so
do it.
much from that show about just filmmaking in general, and it's so complicated, and it's like I don't even know where to begin. So,
I
yeah.
couldn't do it.
All right, first that was Will's first question. Second question, which is something a lot of you probably already know, but if you're new, you might not know the answer to this question. But how did Jeremiah and Drew meet?
Did Will not know this?
I think he knows, but I think it's a good question for new people who might not be all caught up on stuff. But yes, we met at church,
Yeah. When
and
I was
I don't
4,
know,
3.
probably something like that. Because yeah, I'm 2 years older than you, so
Jeremiah believed Andrew. Yeah, that's
but
true.
yeah, so we've known each other since as long as we can remember, basically. I still remember when your
I was probably in
brother.
diapers, bro.
I
Or
remember.
maybe
I still
just
remember
out.
when your brother Phil was born, and you still have even
I
Nathaniel
don't
after.
remember. See, I don't even remember that.
I remember that. I remember
I
walking
remember
into
when
the
Nate was
nursery,
born.
and your mom was holding Phil in the nursery, in like the rocking chair, and I
Wow.
remember that. Like,
You know what's crazy about
how
that?
many years is there between you and Phil?
2.
2. Okay.
So I was like 2, dude. 2 or 3. No, I was probably 2 because
What?
we moved to Minnesota when I was, like,
Wait,
almost about to be 2.
what is that story with my sister? With your birthday? Was that when you turned
I
5?
remember when I turned 5 and I told your sister I was this many, a whole
Yes.
hand, and I was super proud.
So yeah, you're probably 4 when we met. So yeah,
Well,
and
if you remember
then
when Nate was born, I was
I
younger
don't
or
remember Nate
Phil.
when he was born. I remember Phil. That's
So if you
Nate.
remember Phil, though, that means I was younger than that. Because Phil's only 2 years apart,
Oh,
or
yeah.
2.5 years. So I
Interesting.
was probably like
Hey,
2.5 or 3.
It's probably 3. Interesting.
Like, I don't remember. I remember when Nate was born because that was when I watched Star Wars for the first time.
Great.
And I
That-
remember when Nate got stuck under the stage.
Oh, dude, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Do we want to
What's
tell that
crazy
story?
is that you know what's crazy is that Miles now gets rocked in that same chair probably.
I don't know if it's the same chair.
Bro, dude, some of those toys that are in there was when we were kids, bro.
Is it?
They never got rid of toys. Some of the stuff I'm like, dude, I remember that slide and that rocky thing, that blue thing that rocks back and forth.
Yeah. That's still
I
there?
remember that. Yes, and it's still there.
Yeah. Good times. And so then we were friends, and then because Drew's dad eventually became the pastor of our church.
Yes.
And then when I was 6th grade or finished 6th grade, your dad stepped down, and then you guys went to a different church,
2001.
something like that. So then Drew and I hadn't seen each other for a long time because we parted ways, and then we reconnected in college.
Yes. Well, we saw each
Because
other like one other time.
a couple of times at camp or something.
Bro, whose wedding was that I went to? There's a wedding,
Well,
and I had like,
you went to Tim and Camelia's wedding,
well, you don't have
but
to
that was
yeah,
so late.
but
That was
it was before
2015.
that. Before that, there was a picture of us together. We're
That was
in
probably
suits.
Jonah's wedding.
Was it?
That would have been 2009.
Yeah, I
January
had like straight
2009.
hair.
And but I know I've told this before. I don't know if you even remember anymore, but your band did a show at a youth group. And so when I was volunteering at the youth group,
Yep.
and I remember walking in and I saw you sitting on the ground talking with people. I was like, "Hey, Andrew, what's up?" We haven't seen each other.
Did you watch my show?
Yeah, because I might have, because it was after the youth group that night. You had the heavy death metal concert, and so I would have. I don't remember the concert at all, but
GG.
then we just became Facebook friends after that. And then when before the Mandalorian came out, Drew was like, "We should start a podcast." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, because we kept talking about Star Wars online like crazy.
Yeah.
We just messaged each other.
Yeah. So that's Drew and I's story.
Yep.
And then Will, his third question: what is the favorite part of your job?
Currently,
My lunch break is pretty nice. My lunch break is pretty nice.
What do you do on your lunch breaks, Jeremy?
Dude, I take the fastest lunch. I take 10 minutes, and I'm back to work.
That's not a lunch break.
Yeah, you eat lunch, and that's all. What else am I supposed to do? Is sit there?
Oh, you're like my coworkers.
And plus,
Bro,
technically,
just relax, chill.
we
I take an hour lunch.
We don't really have worker rights at my job, so you get 10 minutes.
Never mind. GG.
But an actual thing though is it's a plus and minus. I really like that I have a day off in the middle of the week, so I have Wednesdays off. So it's nice to do stuff that you can't do at night. So but then because of that, I work every Saturday. So I've worked almost every Saturday for the past 16 and a half years. So
yeah,
it's kind of hard to do stuff on the weekends. But Drew, what's your favorite part of your job?
Oh, I was gonna say my hour lunch break, but that's not. My favorite part of my job is cupping coffees, drinking coffees from around the world.
Oh, you have to taste test them?
Yeah.
Quality control?
quality control. No, that's literally what it is. So I cup on Wednesdays and Fridays. And last Friday, Sam, who's one of my old coworkers, he moved to London and he came back and he brought 2 coffees that were over $100 green, which means retail around like $150 a bag of coffee, like 12 ounce.
And what's so special?
Oh, dude, it was the best coffee I've ever had in my life.
But what is it though? Like what makes it
They're
so?
like just like certain crops, like really small crops, small harvest coffees that are like really hard to get. Like a couple of them were from Yemen, so like it's like a war-driven country, so it's really hard to get coffee out of there. And
So
then the other one,
it's just because the
no,
production
but
to
then
get
the
it out of
quality,
a
bro, no, the quality of it though is so high. Like the way that it's produced, like it literally like it. One of them tastes like I was biting into a strawberry. Like it was so perfect. It was crazy, bro. It was so good. And the other one, oh, dude, it's hard. The other one tastes like white wine, like straight up white wine. It was so good.
that's
And then
weird.
I text him today. He's still in town. He's bringing them back tomorrow, so I can cup them again because they're just so like it was the best coffee I've ever had in my life, hands down. It gave me chills, bro. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't like.
I just don't get coffee, but whatever. I'm happy
Like
for
the
you.
one that tastes like a strawberry. Like there's my brother-in-law works with me now, and he doesn't like coffee, and and that's kind of I'm trying to get him to like it, and he drank that. He was like, "Dude, this was actually amazing." I was like,
That's just
"So you're just a bougie."
like, why would you want to drink coffee and have it taste like strawberry? Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't like. You want a coffee flavor when you drink coffee.
Like Tanner he always goes to Wesley, and he gets the cold brew that we make, and it's very fruity, like really fruity coffee. And
It's just
Tanner likes it.
it's just weird. I don't get it. But I'm not a coffee person. I drink my water,
True.
as the kids would say. All right, those are Will's questions, but he also has a million voicemails for us, so we'll get to those eventually. Next questions are from Retta. First question: if you could go back in time 10 years and tell yourself something, would you say anything? And if so, what would you say?
Do this earlier. That's exactly what I would tell myself. 10 years ago, I would go back and I would do this.
10 years ago is 2012. So this is before
That's
any
before
new Disney.
Annie's.
So Disney took over, bought it summer 2012 or 2012, 2012. And so nothing had come out yet from Disney.
Correct. It would have been harder, but there's a couple of huge Star Wars podcasts right now, and they started around that time. The
Interesting.
biggest podcast out there, I don't think he even started into like 08. So
Talk about who? Star Wars Theory?
no, I'm talking about Joe Rogan. I'm just talking about
In
podcasts in
general. Oh, yeah.
In general.
Wow.
So like to
That's
start
Joe Rogan, though.
No, I'm just saying like if to start this, if we were able to start this 10 years ago.
Because there weren't a lot of podcasts back then.
Exactly.
So we would have been one of the first.
Correct.
Us and Rebel Force Radio.
I don't even think they started yet.
I thought they've been going around since like the 90s. Like they were like
podcasts weren't even around, bro.
I thought that's why they were so famous.
First
is because like
was in 07.
Really?
First podcast ever, yeah.
For some reason I thought they were like
no,
they started doing podcasting in the 90s. Like they were like the only one.
They live in the 90s still, bro.
Oh, okay.
All their references are in the 90s and the 80s. No,
right.
I think they started like maybe right before, maybe a couple years before. I mean, Will can fact check us, but I believe that Rebel Force Radio started a few years before Disney bought them. So maybe like 2010.
Interesting.
Either way, we'd be pretty far ahead.
Right.
So that's what I would tell myself.
I don't know. So 10 years ago, I would change it to like 15 years ago when I had more things to like life decision to make, because I would have been in college 15 years ago.
Would you have changed your
I don't know. I have no
That's
idea.
hard.
I don't even know what to do with my life now. Like, what am I supposed to do when I'm 15 years ago, when I'm 18? Like, well,
That's
15 years
fair.
ago would have been, I would have been a senior in high school still. I probably would have, I don't know. It's hard to say because it's like my college degree is worthless, but there's a lot of things that I learned that I liked that has helped define who I am now.
Correct.
So
And
it's
there's
like,
people and experiences that are priceless.
no, dude, college was not
I'm trying to
as
help you.
glamorous as
Oh,
it is.
we
College
don't
was
want
not
to.
the
We could
best.
spend.
I have nothing against my college I went to or the education I got, but like I just it wasn't the funnest 4 years of my life. Which part of it was my fault because I just studied all the
I
time.
was gonna say because
I could have been
didn't we
more.
go to school for a year together
No,
or a semester? No,
no.
no.
I
Okay.
think I was. Stephanie
You might
was
have.
there
Oh,
for her first year, I think,
okay. And I was there the year
or
after.
something. I can't remember. 'Cause, like I knew of Stephanie, but I didn't converse with
Well,
her.
she was only there a year before me.
So when did she start? Do you remember what year? What year did you go?
Dude, I don't.
Because I
12,
graduated in
13.
2012.
I
So
think I started winter of 2012.
yeah, so
So yeah, we were
we
together.
skipped. So she would have been a freshman my senior year if she started a year before you. She would have started in 2011.
But I started winter of 2012.
2012. Well, no, technically I was still a student, but that was when I
But
did my internship. So
yeah, you weren't there.
I wasn't
That's what I'm
at
saying.
school, but I was
I think we
still
did technically go to school at the same time, but you weren't there.
right.
I think no, maybe I didn't. Maybe it was 13 when I went. Bro, I don't remember. I went for a year,
You don't
got
even.
married, and left.
Yeah, you found your wife and then left. That's what
And I would not change that for anything. So
you're living a dream, the NCU
well,
dream.
the NCU dream was.
All right, so that's Retta's question, but yeah, I I don't know. It's kind of like there's plus and minuses to every decision you make, and I don't know. I might have changed my major. I might have waited. I think we've said on the podcast many times, like if you're finishing high school, you don't have to go to college right away. Like work, make money if you want to go to college and save up money to pay for college, or go for like a 2 year like something, do a trade or something. Don't.
Dude, just figure out who you are.
Well, you're never gonna do that because I don't know who I am yet.
Well,
So
sure, but like I mean, I went way later, or like a year. I took a year off.
right,
So like, and I worked and I had an apartment. I lived out the house, and I don't know. I liked it. I thought it taught me some things, and I think not that you shouldn't go to college right away. Go ahead, but if you're gonna make decisions off of what you're graduating, you know exactly what you're gonna do. Once you get into college, a lot of that stuff will go out the window. So
right.
it's good to have some life experiences and then figure out what you want to do.
All right.
From my perspective, but
That's Retta's
listen to your
first
parents.
question.
Do what your
Listen to your
parents tell you to
parents.
do.
Yep. Second question from Retta: what is your favorite holiday? Christmas.
Sorry, I was drinking water. Yes, Christmas.
Yeah,
Did you have a good Christmas?
it was all right. We
It was fun.
it was kind of like a short one for me, just because we had to find a day where everyone could be together, and it was on Friday the 23rd. But I had
Mhm.
to work, so
Yeah.
I didn't get there till like 7. So
Were they already all done?
I told everyone they could eat without me, and so they ate. So I got my plate of food, ate, and then we opened presents, and then I went home because I had to go to work the next day.
Did you get anything good? What did you get?
Well, now yes, I have it right here. I
Oh,
showed people in the Discord, but my nephew Nathaniel drew my name, and he got me this Darth
use
Vader
the force
sitting on the
toilet.
toilet.
Heck yeah, dude.
Use the Force. So
It looks like it's already been used.
no.
Are you gonna put
So
that in your bathroom?
I should
Yeah, you
right
should.
above the toilet. That'd be
Exactly.
fun. But yeah,
Or in front of the toilet.
so I
You get
can
some.
focus.
Yeah. I
But
have a friend that has there's this guy at cons that does a bunch of toilet with a bunch of characters, and his whole bathroom, he bought all of them. So he has Boba on the toilet, and then he has uh Alien and Predator on toilets, and just random. It's funny. So,
right.
yeah. That's
All
cool.
right.
I got a roof rack for my Jeep.
That's exciting.
It is pretty cool. And this stuff got me the what's it called? The Last Ronin Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure and book. So that's pretty cool.
Fun.
You'll see a video if you guys want to go on YouTube.
There's so many videos you said are coming out that haven't been posted
No.
yet. Are you sure?
I think so. I'm pretty caught up.
Didn't Will send you some video clips like?
Oh, that I haven't even looked at that. I'm talking about me
That was
personally.
like 6
That'll be a
months ago.
toy review. Go if you want toy reviews. That
All right.
isn't Star Wars related.
Well, next question from Retta. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Here's the thing. It's not my go-to, but if there's a pizza party or something and there's pineapple pizza, I'll have a slice. I don't hate it. It's just fun to do sometimes. I don't think I'd ever order it for myself, but
I'm allergic, so I'm kind of biased. So for me, no. But it probably does taste good. I don't know.
I don't hate it.
I've never had it. So
all right. Those are Retta's 3 questions. And the next 2 from Darth Bane, he asked the first one, but here's the second one, which is a good one. If the Kool-Aid Man fought Toucan Sam, the Fruit Loops bird, in a battle to the death, who would win and why?
Okay, so Kool-Aid and
Toucan Sam, the Fruit Loops bird.
Kool-Aid, dude, that boy's huge. You know what you do? You grab the bird and drown it.
Yeah, but
in his
he
head.
has to be able to catch the bird, and the bird could just fly away. And the bird would have so much more agility. But
Yeah, but as soon as he attacks, if he gets to the point where he's able to run it, he runs through the wall, so
but the bird can just fly away. Have you ever tried catching a bird?
I'm scared of birds, so that's
what?
You didn't know this?
No.
I have a bird phobia.
That's probably why you dropped out of college, because of the crows.
Dude, actually, I wonder if it's on my Facebook. I should try to.
So, for those of you who don't know, across the street from our college was a park, like a big park, and in the winter,
but there's no.
In the winter, literally tens of thousands of crows would land on all the trees and just hang out in the middle of the winter.
And Tanner says they're still there, so that's still
literally tens of, you look at all the trees, it looks like they just have black leaves, and they only do it at night.
It's gross.
It's really kind of creepy, but it's also kind of cool.
It's not cool, it's scary.
But that makes sense now that you dropped out of college because of all those birds.
Well,
but I'm just saying that.
Let me find it.
If the
my
bird,
first day,
Toucan Sam could just fly away, but
I don't know, bro.
I'm just trying the way that you would shoot Fruit Loops bird is a guy, male, yeah. Toucan Sam, yeah, Sam. But Sam can also be a female name. I don't know,
bro.
But
doesn't matter.
The only way to beat the Kool-Aid Man was probably to break the glass. So Sam would have to headbutt the glass and let the Kool-Aid drip out. My mind's on Toucan Sam because of the agility. But you're right. If the Kool-Aid Man happens to grab the bird, it's kind of screwed. But
I'm trying to find. So my first day at college, I signed up, walked out the door, and there was a dead crow on the sidewalk. Big one. And I took a picture of it, and I can't find it.
That happened 10 years ago, dude. You still got that? But your answer is Kool-Aid Man. You just grab him and drown him?
Yes.
All right, cool.
I don't know where this photo is.
GG. All right.
Wait, I
Darth
found it.
Bane's third question. Okay, you can't really see anything from that.
There it is.
Looks like a cat from that perspective.
That's a curl.
But Darth Bane's third question, and I think based off of our answer to his first question, this is an easy one. If you could own Toothless or Stitch, who would you pick and why? So Toothless from How to Train Your Dragons and Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Toothless,
Toothless the dragon. Once
yeah.
again.
My favorite animated
would've-
movie of all time is the first How to Train Your Dragon.
True, that is your favorite.
Toothless is great.
I would
So-
definitely do Toothless so I can fly.
Yeah, who would pick Stitch?
And
Like,
Stitch is scary. He'll attack you in the middle of the night.
all right, thank you, Darth Bane, for your 3 questions. Puzzler, who I think only sent us 2 questions, because she just has the 2 here, and I don't remember any more after that. But her first question, what's your favorite board game?
Hmm.
I don't know. See, like mostly games like that I play are like card games. They're mainly with cards. Board games, I don't know. It has to go with an actual where you have to have a board on the table, probably
Don't say
chess.
Monopoly.
Chess,
Okay,
but like
good.
I'm more about card stuff. I played this great game
Damn.
called Splendor.
Splendor.
It was really good. I really like that game. It's a game that's like at first it's super slow. Like it's just the slowest game ever, but you gradually get faster and faster, and literally anyone can win in like the last like few moves,
So
it seems
is it
like.
chance? Or is it a deck building game?
So there's these different cards. You have like 3 different categories, and each have 3 cards, and there's like a pile. So as you take one, you
So it's a deck building game.
kind of, but like your goal is to get to 15 points, and so you have different kinds of tokens like that are red for like rubies, blue for sapphire, different kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
And your turn is that you can take three coins or gems, or even want to call it, and just add that to your pool, and then you can use those to buy cards that are also gems. And so, but like to buy a card might be you have to have like use 2 diamonds, 2 sapphires, and 2 rubies. But once you get that card, you keep that, and if it's like a ruby, then that's like permanent money that you have that you can spend, and you don't lose it. And so you can use coins and cards, and you can like I don't know. It was really interesting because it's really slow because like you have like no points and no money. Then as you slowly build wealth, it goes faster and faster. And
Interesting.
played it once, and I won. It was
Oh,
great.
that's probably why you liked it.
That too. And so
I play a lot of. Well, me and my brother-in-laws, we play like we try to find some new games, and my cousin's really into board games, or he was. He's not really as much anymore, but he would always buy the new game, and we'd play it. My favorite board game probably right now is Blood Age. I think that's the name of it.
fun.
But
But
it's like a battle game, but there's also cards, and you like fight monsters, and then you kill each other. It's like a war-based board game. It takes like 3-4 hours. Yeah. So I don't know.
yeah, a guy
Does
at church.
D&D count?
A guy at church has recruited me to play my first ever tabletop RPG. I've never played one ever.
It's a Star Wars one, right?
It's a Star Wars one.
I think I have that tabletop, but I've never had
So
enough people to play it.
he hasn't bought it yet, but he's researching like which ones to get that are best. And so I've never played it. I don't really know exactly how it works. I know you roll a dice,
Your
and
characters.
you have random characters that you can
Tanner,
make.
do it, Jeremiah.
But
And if you
so-
guys don't know, Tanner is like
he's like dungeon master in like 3 campaigns or something.
dude.
Like
I wish I had time to play D&D with him. I used to play D&D. There's a time I was into it, and I would like I think I've only DM'd once, but then like my brothers-in-law, we would DM, and I used to play with actually a bunch of people from North Central, like Nathan and
Nathan Hirsch.
I wasn't gonna say his last name, but
Why can't
yes.
you say a person's name? Like,
I don't know. Maybe they don't want their
um,
name spoken.
but
He said he's only a DM in one, but I'm in two others.
oh, okay. But
Bro, you're always
I
playing
was right with
D&D,
3
bro.
though. But if I win that $500 million Powerball tonight or Mega Millions tonight,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things would be cool to do, like set it up so where we can do like a tabletop thing with like some people like Tanner and stuff, and we could like film it and like have it on YouTube and stuff.
I think Tanner might be in one of those right now.
That does it on YouTube.
I think. Tanner, are you on YouTube playing D&D? There is a D&D podcast that they play and they
Well,
act and stuff.
there's a lot of people that do it on YouTube, and
But that would be cool because I do have the Star Wars one. Maybe one day Tanner can just do it for us
maybe
for YouTube if we ever have time.
right. But yes, Puzzler, thank you for your first question, and her second question is, "What's the best you've ever gotten for Christmas?" A dog. That's mine. First
Didn't you
grade,
say that last week?
maybe. I don't know.
I felt like we had that conversation.
But yeah, I got a dog when I was in first grade.
Yes.
What was your favorite gift for Christmas, Andrew or Drew?
Christmas. Dude, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let me think.
All right. Well, while you're thinking,
Wait, no, I said this last week.
what?
I me and my brother-in-law, we both had each other for Secret Santa, and I got the complete Blu-ray of The Lord of the Rings. Or Star Wars, I mean. Star Wars, the
Oh, that's
original.
right. You did say that, yeah.
6 on Blu-ray, 1 year for Christmas. That was a good one.
All right, cool. Well, before we get into the next person, let's just hear a little commercial break. We're 42 minutes in. That's a good time for a commercial. So let's hear a commercial from Lucy. You know her, you love her. Let's see what she has to say tonight.
Hey everyone! Fictional Lucy here, and I'm pleased to tell you that I'm just one of the many characters created in the original Star Wars audio drama some Empire Radio fans made. The story of my friends and I, called the Voicemail Cinematic Universe, played out through 86 voicemails. The problem is, our adventures are only audio. Unless you give us a hand. The goal is to have an illustration for every voicemail provided by you listeners. We're looking for any type of media. Digital art, Legos, painting, photography, anything at all. And don't worry if you're not professional. If you want to see the drama we go through come to life, just click on the link in the description that takes you directly to a Google Doc. It'll guide you through the whole process of creating and submitting your art. Colonel Doss, Will, Darth Daddy, and all us VCU characters can't wait to see what you can do. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, that fiendish Sith Lord, do it.
All right.
Do it.
Thank you, Lucy. Do it. Yes. We haven't gotten any submissions in a while, and we need, if you're an artist, please, just check out the link. It's in the description. It's really easy. Just check it out. Just wet your whistle, as the kids would say, and just see what you could do. Just imagine things. But that being said, we got a bunch of questions already, so let's listen to some couple voicemails. We'll listen to 2 from Addie. We're not gonna do our transition music because it's all questions tonight anyway.
True.
So
Everything is a transition.
So good question for our first voicemail from Addie. Let's take a listen.
Hey, on Power Radio, it's Addie back at you with another voicemail. So it's raining here a lot, and this is gonna be a really random question to put on your Ask Us Anything. But have you ever been in a have you ever been in like a big storm or something? I actually have. I've been through a tornado warning once, but luckily me and my family were safe, and the tornado just skipped right over us. But I don't know. I'm curious. Have you ever been in a big storm or anything like that? Anyway, have an awesome day. May the force be with you. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Addie, for your first question. So A big storm, Drew. A giant
lot.
storm.
So many. Tornado warnings are like every year.
So I think Addie's in Colorado or Texas. I can't remember.
Well, it's raining a lot right now. Not Colorado.
I don't
Gotta
know.
be Texas.
But the storm that we got last week,
They got snow too, didn't they?
they would have gotten hit first with that, and then came us. But I don't know. But
I don't
anyway,
know.
do you remember? I was thinking about this.
The
We were
year
at-
that everyone got hit.
No, when it was when we were kids at church. There was like a big storm, and the sirens went off, and we were hiding in the coat room, like to take shelter. Do you remember that?
Briefly, that code doesn't exist anymore.
No,
does it?
it's the cafe room now. Cafe where all tables are. But I remember that because I was
I
scared
think I remember that.
because we thought we saw the tornado off in the distance.
Yes, it was green.
And we all went into the
Yes, I remember that.
coat room hiding,
Mhm.
and nothing
Were you
happened.
really scared?
I was crying. I don't know. I was like 8 years old or something. I was crying.
I was crying because you were crying and I had no idea. You were
Um,
crying. I was 5, so I was probably just, or no, I was 6.
but sometimes when rainstorms here can get really bad,
I mean,
like where you can't see anything like 20 feet in front
this
of you.
year we had a tornado warning by our house, and I went in our basement, and then our basement started flooding while we were down there.
And your basement's like 4 feet tall, so it's like
It was, yeah, it was a little, I mean, it wasn't scary. It was only scary because we had baby Miles. Like, Miles was like a straight up baby
right.
because it was like last spring, and we had Ahsoka down there. And we're all
How'd you
like
get Ahsoka
hiding,
down
and it
those
was like,
stairs?
dude, I had to carry her, and then it was like spider webs. Like, my basement's not the nicest, and we're just like sitting there, and then all of a sudden the wall started leaking with water, and it was just like I was literally watching like a waterfall come through my window downstairs because it was like so bad.
Oh, was that bad?
It was bad, bro. I had
Was there
like
standing water?
yeah, I had like an inch of water.
Dang, bro.
Luckily, I had everything, like all my boxes, or were on like
Those plastic totes.
they're all plastic tote, but they're also all on pallets that the previous owner left, which I'm pretty sure because it floods sometimes down
Right.
there. So, yeah. No, but I remember one year northeast Minneapolis got hit really bad, and we all did, and we lost trees. And there was a tree that we were in our house, and a tornado. The winds were so bad, it was like a tornado touched down. Like, we were next to a high school, and the tornado hit the high school, and it was like the high school is like maybe a block away from our house. Like, we can see like the football field lights from our front yard in Brooklyn Park, and our tree in our house missed our house but fell next to our house. It took off the siding. So that year was scary because we
So
lost 3 trees.
the storm where it flooded your basement, was that
Mhm.
that was before the hailstorm this past summer? Or
I
was it
think
that
was the
same storm?
Same storm.
Because that was
I
like
didn't
in
get hail.
June. Remember we had all that hail damage? Like
Was that June?
that was like
No.
June or
No,
end
I
of
think that was
May.
after.
Because
I
we
think
had
that
a
was
really
after.
bad hailstorm
Yes.
this
I
past.
didn't get any hail, which is
Dude,
cool.
I was at work when it happened, and it was
That was the softball baseball size ones, right?
there were like golf ball size hail, and
Yeah. We get a lot of storms in Minnesota, actually. A lot of like tornado warnings, tornado watches, and then a lot of hail. But we literally just survived a winter vortex.
it wasn't even
Like,
that bad. It was like negative
yeah, it was bad,
34.
bro. The roads were bad. I think like in
Well,
total
roads
it
are
was
bad,
like
yeah.
over 1,000 car accidents,
Yeah.
and then 12 people died on the highway to Iowa because they got stranded and no one could get to them. They froze to death.
That's exciting.
So yeah, we have
Move to Minnesota.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank
Yeah,
you,
the roads were
Addie,
butt. Yep, that's a
for your
nice
first
way to say
question.
it.
And here's a quick little second voicemail from Addie with a special guest.
Ooh.
We wish you a Merry Sithmas. We wish you a Merry Sithmas. We wish you a Merry Sithmas and a Happy New Year. Hey, Empire Radio, it's Addie. I'm here with my sister. Hi. Embry, and we want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and may the Force be with you. Bye.
Well, thanks.
Well, thanks.
And it was nice to hear from your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people send it. We've only had a handful of like voicemails had like multiple people in it at one time. Like we should have like more multi-person voicemails.
True. Yeah.
So send in more voicemails. Like if you've never sent in a voicemail and you're listening, send one in. It's super easy, super fun. We like to hear new people. So
Truth.
all right. Well, we have some voicemails from Will, but we'll get to those later. We'll go back to the Discord questions. And so next is 3 questions from Talion the Ranger, which I believe is Izzy. He changed his name. So it's Izzy. First question, favorite Spider-Man in the films, Toby, Andrew, or Tom? Tom Holland.
Haven't we answered this?
We have, but that's fine.
Okay.
Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield for life.
But they're so close though. Like I don't like hate any of them. Like I love all of them. Like they're all great in their own way. Their movies are all great in their own way. But I think this Tom Holland is just the best overall. Also, when he started, like he was like closer to high school. He wasn't like a 30-year-old guy playing a 17-year-old kid. Like, so I like Tom. Second question: favorite Spider-Man villain in those films? Honestly, No Way Home with all those villains, and then which one actually was the villain for that movie was pretty good. I don't want to do any spoilers, but that whole movie is my favorite Marvel movie, Spider-Man movie, one of my favorite movies of all time, probably my top
Green
10.
Goblin.
But yeah. But I like Dr. Octavius too, like from Spider-Man 2 original. That was pretty. I like him, that movie too. And the third question from Izzy: favorite Batman actor? Christian Bale.
I was gonna say Bale. I like the new Batman a lot. I really do.
Pattinson. What's his first name?
I really like that story. I like how dark it is. I think that's one of the best Batman films. But yes, I really do like.
I think we have the bias because that was kind of our generation of Batman, because it was like when I was in college and high school, college age. That's like the first like
I thought you meant this new one. I was like, what?
No, like Christian Bale's Batman.
Dark Knight is still one of the best.
Right.
Definitely. And
Joker.
like Christian Bale is like that kind of Batman is in between like the old one and then the new variation. Like the new Batman is super dark and this is like kind of in the middle ground. I don't know. I like Christian Bale a lot. Actually, I like him as an actor in general a lot. A lot of the movies that he's done. Hashtag the Newsies. Don't go watch the news. Don't sleep on the Newsies. But yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Those are 3 from Izzy. Next one. Just one question from I Love Waffles, which is Yellow Snow in the Twitch chat. Really easy question. He thinks this is the best question we're going to get tonight.
Oh.
What is your favorite color? Oh no!
You want to guess? We should guess each other's. I think I'm pretty sure we've already said this.
I feel like you're a purple guy.
I actually do like purple a lot. I don't know if it's my favorite.
Don't you have purple lights right behind you right now?
I mean, I like purple.
You got all over your lights and your soundboard has purple on it. You got LED lights that are purple in your
my LED lights are all purple, actually.
So I'm going with purple.
I'm going to go with blue for you.
Okay.
Was that right?
I don't know. What's your favorite color? You guys reveal yours.
Either purple or black. I feel like black is actually my favorite color.
Yeah, blue probably.
I think we've had this conversation.
But like, its colors are just weird. Like,
I don't know.
it's more like
I
it's
don't
not
even know if
the.
I said either of those last time. I
It's
feel
like
like
I don't
last
know.
time.
I don't think I like blue. I think I just don't like other colors. If that makes
I
sense. It's like
like
the one I hate
has
the
a
least.
my wife has like a favorite color. I feel like I've never had like I think between blue was like one of my favorite growing up, and then black because like I feel like I wear black a lot. It goes with everything. It's just an easy color.
It's slimming.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I look so good in a black hoodie. Just like so, I don't know. I feel like probably black, but my wife's is orange. It's her favorite.
Really?
Orange, yep.
I feel like she'd be more like a yellow.
Oh, she loves orange. Like, like I remember one Christmas, I had to find these Nikes that had an orange stripe, and that was like the Nike symbol was orange, and they were so hard to freaking find those stupid shoes. And I
Was it
found them.
a black shoe with an orange swish?
Nope, she
Or
wanted white with the orange
white
swish
with an
because
orange
she didn't want to
swish?
make it look like a Halloween shoe.
Oh yeah.
So like I had to find this one, and I
Does she
found
still
it.
have them?
Funny enough, I
Uh-oh.
bought them, and she didn't realize I bought them for Christmas, and then she bought her own
Oh
pair.
no.
Look, she has 2 pairs, so she has one that she's never opened, and then one that's like
So is she
that
wearing
she
the one you
wears.
got or the one that she got?
I don't remember. One's from China, so like I think the one because the one I bought, I had to buy straight up from like a China shoe store. Like they're authentic, but then like the tag is all in Chinese, I
Oh.
think. And so I think those ones she has in a box.
Tanner in the chat. I'm vibing with forest green lately. Forest green is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Those
it's
earth tones are pretty.
honestly like my dream color as a vehicle is like the military brown. Like sand brown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want a Jeep in that color so bad. Either that or your green shirt.
See, the thing is, like that color, it'll just look like it's coarse and rough and
It gets everywhere.
gets everywhere. You drive everywhere.
Yeah. So it's either that or your green shirt right now, Jeremiah. Those are my dream Jeep colors.
I guess it's weird because like on the camera it looks more
It looks more forest green.
grayish, but in real life it's more
It's like military green.
military. I don't know, something like that. But yes, well, that's just one question from I Love Waffles / Yellow Snow. So next 3 are from Reed in the Discord. First question: if you had to choose one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Sushi.
That's right. We've had this question before, I
We've
think.
had this one. Huh?
But I think for me, it would have to be something that you could have a lot of variety with.
Sushi.
But so either pizza or like a burger. Like you can have a wide range on either of those.
You don't think you get tired of burger for every meal?
I don't know. Because then you could change up the meats. You could do a turkey burger. You could do a chicken burger.
You do like a bacon burger with no
different
burger, just bacon.
Different toppings on and different flavor, different buns, different
you can
cheeses.
Do like a breakfast one.
You could do breakfast one.
Chipotle, bro. That's I guess.
That's a good answer. Like tacos, that's a good
taco.
You can have a wide range of tacos. You can have all kinds of different meats, different kinds of toppings. You can do flour tortillas or corn tortillas.
Like, and if you do like a flour tortilla with like peanut butter and honey, it probably still tastes good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still going with sushi though. I could have sushi all the time.
All right. This next question from Reed is a more deeper question. If you could have dinner with one historical figure, who would it be and why?
That's a good question.
Sorry,
Yellow Snow, this might be your question, bro.
So, historical figure. So we're going to say someone who has died. Can't be anyone living. That's the rule that I'm going to put in there. So it's no one who's living. And
all right, I got mine.
Who?
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Why?
Because his books are amazing, and I feel like he's a really cool guy. To write those books during, like, while you're in the trenches of war, I feel like that would be really cool to talk about. Slash, I could just have like a pipe with him and chill. I'd be down.
Interesting. Interesting question.
Is that a
Trying to
good
think.
one? I
Oh,
thought that
that's
was a
good.
pretty
That's
good
whatever
one.
you want. Like, you're a
Like,
fan of his
the
work,
knowledge
so
of him, man, dude, that'd be so cool.
to me, I would want to pick someone who could give insight on like today's world. And so, like someone who's like a good thinker of their time.
Michael
It's like,
Jackson. That's
what
what
are you talking about? The heck? That's stupid.
Elvis.
Who would be? I'm trying to think of someone who would be I would want insight on. Maybe like someone like Dietrich Bonhoeffer or C.S. Lewis, which is
C.S.
a
Lewis,
friend of
yeah.
Tolkien.
I'm not saying he's not going to be in the same
But-
dining hall.
but-
He'd be down.
C.S. Lewis is the one who wrote the Narnia series. He's most famous for that, like in greater culture. But he's also written like a lot of other like theology books and stuff.
No, I think that's a good answer. That's
But
probably
Dietrich,
like my
but
number two.
Dietrich Bonhoeffer, he was a
I don't
guy.
even know who that is.
So he was also a theologian, but he was captured by the Nazis
Ooh.
for resisting the German whatever.
Ooh.
And like literally like 2 weeks before World War II ended, he got executed. But
Is there a book about it?
Oh, there's all kinds of books. Like I have one of a biography on him. It's like 600 pages. I haven't read it. But I think he also like led like a campaign to assassinate Hitler.
Oh, that would be so cool.
But like it's from like, but then like he's also like a deep theological writer, and so like his theology informed that. But like, I don't know, he'd probably be good
That sounds interesting.
to like, because like the world we live in now is the most complex I feel like world has ever been, with so many different like perspectives and expectations and polls and demands in society. Like someone from him who was like very steadfast in his convictions and navigating like the impossible. Like he's literally a German citizen who spoke against the German army and the Nazis, and then got arrested for his things, and then ended up getting executed. But probably go with Dietrich Bonhoeffer. But third question from Reed: if you could live anywhere, where would it be? I think we've had this question a few times, but
yeah, I don't know, dude. I've been thinking about that my whole life. I don't know. Every time I think about moving,
I can't move. I need to live somewhere where there's a lot of green. Like I'm not like an outdoorsy person, but like I like that I can look outside and see green during most of the year, and leaves and trees. I couldn't live in like Arizona or West Texas or something like that, or even like California. When I lived in California for 4 months, like
dude,
the first thing I noticed when I landed was the difference in trees and like landscape. Like it's really different. Like it's
there's like no lakes,
and
there's
then
like one lake to the whole
and then when I
state.
came back to Minnesota, just flying in, like seeing all the green trees from compared to California, I'm like, this is way better. But
yeah, I definitely agree with that. I need some sort of like fishing opportunities and hunting opportunities.
Right. I like winter. That's my favorite season. But I also like I can't live somewhere where that doesn't have snow or cold weather. It's like I can't do hot weather. But I don't know. I like the Midwest vibe.
I could live without snow, I think. Parts of me say that, but then I don't know.
You'd miss it.
Probably. I would like to come back for Christmas. Like, no matter where I'm gonna go live, if I moved, I would definitely come back here every year for Christmas. Because
Right.
Christmas without snow is so weird.
Right.
Yeah. Will in the chat said Florida.
No.
Florida
No.
is like my number 2.
Why? It's so
Because-
terrible, dude.
Because
Dude,
one,
it's so humid and it's so hot,
true, it
and you
gets
get
hot,
killed. You almost die from a hurricane like 10 times every year. Like it's
that too, but there's a lot of good fishing, and Disney's there.
dude. I couldn't live in Florida. That'd be the worst place to live. Like I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, David. If you're listening.
Florida is an armpit. Jeez,
Oh.
Tanner, chill. I liked Florida. I like Florida.
All right. Well, those are the 3 questions from Reed. So thank you, Reed.
Yeah.
That being said, let's listen to. We're getting towards the end. We're probably about halfway through the questions in the Discord.
Oh wow.
Because first when we did the 12 voicemails of Christmas, Ask Us Anything,
Mhm.
I had that up for like 2 weeks, and we had so many questions. But
there's also 3 of us. It goes a lot faster.
3 of
when there's
us,
only 2 people
and
talking.
I only had this thing on the the Discord for since Christmas night, so it's only been 48 hours. So there's a lot less time for people to come up with questions. But that being said, we got some voicemails from Will, and he has 5 of them for us, and I'll do 3 of them, and then we'll do the rest of the questions from Discord, and then we'll end with his last 2. So, first one from Will, right here.
Will here. I have someone that has a question for you. Who is your favorite lead vocalist of all time? And that's it.
So I'm guessing that was Will's dad. That's the question.
Really?
It was a little deeper. It still had at first I was like, this is like an older Will.
I was
Like it's
so
very
confused. I was like, it sounds like the same.
very, very similar. He
Will
says
said yes, it was.
so. It was really interesting how like close their voices
I
were.
barely told sounded the difference.
But yes, and
One
I mentioned
sounded more proper than the other.
no, it was funny because I just mentioned a few minutes ago we should have multi-person
Yeah, you did.
voicemails like in a single one. So we heard that's the second dad we've heard from.
Vocalist of all time.
You remember the first dad we heard from?
Wasn't that Retta's?
Retta when he gave us a dad joke.
Ooh.
So, Will, have your dad send in a dad joke. That would be really
True.
funny.
Do it.
Favorite lead vocalist of all time. This is hard for me because I don't listen to a lot of music. And I feel like most
I don't
music in the past
Well, I do,
like
but
10, 15 years have been solo artists. And it's not like a band who has a lead singer. So it's like if you're not part of like older music, like it's hard to answer that question. So if I had to go with like a newer one that I'm familiar with,
what's it of all time? You don't have to do that.
I know, but what's the guy?
You don't even know the name of the person. That's why I'm like, I want to say these people, but I don't know their
No,
names.
who's the guy that was always on The Voice? One of the coaches,
Don't
Adam Levine. Is that what band was he part of?
Maroon 5.
Yeah, I like him.
I mean,
I think
I
he
met
has
him
some.
in person.
You have?
Yeah.
When was this?
When I used to live in this house in Uptown, and we like shared a house with like a bunch of people, and they're all like my cousin lived upstairs, and then the people that own the house, he was a musician and a producer, and he produced music for a bunch of people on The Voice. And so Adam Levine came one year for his New Year's party.
That's a random house in Uptown.
It was a random house in Uptown. Because he was in town. I forget why, and he stopped by. And
That's funny.
Then Prince was there too, but I didn't meet Prince.
What?
Yeah, Prince came by too because he produced like some music for Prince. He was like, He
What
had like
the heck?
this house is like a mansion that we lived in, and we lived in
Okay.
like the basement level.
Oh, I was thinking like some janky house in Uptown. Like,
No, it was like in Uptown Minneapolis, but it was like a really nice house. And Adam Levine came, and he was like kind of quiet, and
yeah, he seemed
but
like
he has
he'd
like a
be.
huge like scandal right now. It's kind of like good.
Yeah, it's been going on for like 6 months now or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, when I met him, he seemed nice. I said hi to him. He said hi. That's pretty much all that. He didn't stay long. It was like a quick 5-minute thing,
he's making the rounds.
pretty much.
But what would be your
The owner of
favorite?
the house was like didn't even like say hi to him. He was like playing piano in front of a bunch of people. It was so weird.
But other than that, like who would be your favorite lead vocal act? So you're more familiar with bands and music than I am.
Yeah, but the person I'm gonna say, like, not everyone's gonna know him.
Just say it. It doesn't
but,
matter.
Aaron Gillespie from Under Oath is probably my favorite as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't want to say Mike Taylor.
That'd
be funny. All right, Will, and Will's dad. But let's listen to number 2 from Will.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will here. Another question. What is your favorite team of all time in any sport, and why?
All right, Drew.
Well, my favorite color is purple. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But right now, all time, actually for all time, it's always been the Minnesota Vikings.
Are they the real deal? Because people say they're not as good as your records say.
My heart says yes. My body says no. But my heart wants a yes.
What are they, 12-3 right now?
12-3, yeah. Best season since I remember. Since 2009 when we should have won. But I don't want to talk about the 2009.
Back when we had Brett Favre.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about 2009. But the Vikings win the Super Bowl, I will cry and I'll film it and you guys can see it. I will bawl my eyes out, hands down.
Fun.
It'll be one of the greatest days of my life.
Do we have a halftime show? Who's doing a halftime show?
I don't know. I don't even know where is the Super Bowl this year? I think it's in Vegas.
Is it? I don't know.
I think it's in Vegas.
Chat, let us know who's the halftime show.
Tanner, we're gonna destroy you guys on Sunday, but
Oh, we're playing the Vikings this week, or the Packers this weekend. It's exciting.
In Green Bay.
But anyway, favorite team of all time for me,
Minnesota Twins.
probably Minnesota Twins. But I haven't really followed baseball in like 9 or 10 years, so it's
They
like I
haven't
don't
been
really.
good in 9 and 10 years, so that's okay.
Well, they made the playoffs a couple times in the last 10 years, but I don't know. I don't really watch sports anymore, so I'll go with Twins. I root for the Vikings, but I don't really watch. Does Team USA count for like Olympics?
So dumb. I'm not even gonna...
Team USA, that's who I root for. America. You need to have like an eagle sound on your thing. Yeah, when I say America. So Team USA. That's
Tanner, I'm gonna egg your house. Bring it, bro. You can egg it after we demolish you guys. That's fine. Bengals and Vikings in the Super Bowl. Let's go. Bengals aren't gonna get there. I'm sorry.
Are they a contender? Are they playoff bound?
Yes, but Kansas is demolish y'all.
Red Buff is in our Discord, and he's from Ohio, so that's why he's rooting for the Bengals.
No, I get it, but you also have to face Kansas, and Kansas is my second favorite team because that's where I'm born, and they're gonna. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. All right. That was the second question. So third question from Will via voicemail.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will again. Now this one is kind of a deep one. I was curious, what is your favorite moment of all time in your life? Like, what moment was like, Nothing is gonna top this. It doesn't matter.
All right. Favorite moment of all time in your life, Drew? If I had to guess for you, it would be the birth of your kid.
I was gonna say it's either that or when I got married.
Right.
When I got married was a big moment, but yeah, the birth of Miles was probably the best moment of my life. I remember
Because
all
wasn't
of it.
there,
It was the scariest moment.
but wasn't there complications like,
Yeah, it was scary.
yeah.
I mean,
I
my wife had
remember,
a C-section. It was scary.
yeah, I remember that
Yeah,
when
because I think because I wasn't able to
you were on the podcast for like 2 or 3 weeks because
Yeah.
Andrew and I were the only ones.
I think it was only 2, but
2 weeks, but
yeah, no, but yeah, the birth of my kid was the best.
all right, cool. Now for me, I have no highlights in my life. I just kind of coasted by. Let's see. What are some contenders?
When you started
Well,
this podcast,
when I got that dog in first grade, that was pretty cool.
Jeez, I need to
Um,
get you a new dog.
I wish I had a dog.
What if I would have gave you a dog for Christmas?
I wouldn't know how to take care of it, dude.
Yes, you would. What are you talking about?
I've never.
Forgot?
I have not trained a dog in my life.
You would
to
figure it out.
right, but
You
I'm
would
also
live on Google,
also
YouTube.
gone for like 10 hours every day, and I don't want to leave a puppy home alone for 10 hours a day. Like,
I'll just give you Ahsoka. She's already trained.
whenever I see Ahsoka, she pees herself. Remember that? Every
That's all
single
I'm saying,
time
she loves you so much.
she pees every single time. Like, I've never.
Yeah, dude, she's the only she only really does that for you. It's just so weird.
Yeah. But it's also been. When was the last time I was at your house? When you did your office? Or
That was
your
the last.
studio?
No,
When we put up your office?
no, when we went to Nerding Out Con.
I feel like the office was after that, though.
No, the office was before that, bro.
Someone
You
go
lived
on.
here. 'Cause
Go on.
You
in
and
the-
Tanner came here, and
No,
then
I
we
know
left
that.
from here.
But
The office was the first thing we did here, dude. I didn't stream until the office was done.
right. Someone go on YouTube, see if the Nerdin' Out vlog was before or after the studio setup vlog. Go chat, help us out on that. I can't remember. But yeah, go in there.
What about when you got a snake?
That was pretty cool. I don't know, I paid off my college debt. That was pretty good. That's
Tanner,
the-
I'm pretty sure it was after. Yeah, it was after, bro. Because then I added the con pictures I got that you got me on
There's
the
that
wall,
too. That is true.
and they're on the bottom of the wall because the wall's already filled.
Right. Maybe you're right. But other highlights, I don't know. I've never had like big milestones. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I haven't.
Graduating college
Well,
wasn't a big thing. That's a big
dude,
deal.
I don't know. Colleges.
Hey, that's a big deal. Not everyone does that.
I know, but college is like getting a college degree now is like getting a high school degree like
Ooh,
20, 30 years ago. Like,
way to make me feel stupid.
but I don't know. College was college was a lot easier than high school. I'll tell you that. Academically, like homework wise, schoolwork wise, college was way easier.
I don't know.
Except for
From the-
biblical Greek. That
I was
was.
gonna say, from the rumors I've heard, you never left your room because you were studying so much. So,
But see, college was so much easier because you didn't have class from 7:30 till 2:00 every
Tanner
day.
says
Like,
college was so much easier, dude. I don't know. High school is easy
because you can plan out your week way better because like you don't have class nonstop from, like I said, 7:30
Dude,
to
when I
like
was in
2.
college, I just hung out with people
Yeah, I
and
know.
like barely worked. Like I was like just hanging out with my friends like the entire time.
Dude,
And
I
then met
remember.
my wife, and then I hung out with her like nonstop.
But I remember one semester I was done with class every day at 10:45. So I had the rest of my day to I always take a nap after lunch. I'd do
So
some
what did you do
homework.
the rest of your day?
I did a little bit of homework. I took a nap. I
Went to the
went to
deli?
dinner, did homework at night. I went
That's
home
just-
on the weekends every week, and so I did homework
You did?
on the
Oh,
weekends,
for
and so I would
school.
have no homework to do on
Wait, why
Monday
did
or
you go
Tuesday,
home every weekend?
because I worked by
Oh,
my house, and so I just went there and worked on Saturdays, 1 day a week. College was, and you could like you get your syllabus, and you have like everything, all your
wait. So
things.
now, if you went to college right now, let's say you're in college right now, the same stuff. You don't think you'd be distracted with like TV? Because I think I went to your dorm and you didn't even have a TV, did you?
We didn't have a TV, no.
Yeah, like you had no distractions. College now, there's so much distractions, bro.
Yeah,
I remember one time I got to school and I wasn't even on campus, but I always hung out in this one room with my friends. And one of the college one of the guys there, he was like, dude, I just downloaded all the seasons of French Prince of Bel Air, and we literally just watched that for 3 days straight. We went to class and came back and then watched French Prince.
Tanner said this podcast was my distraction back when he was
For
a
real.
student. But yeah, so I missed out a lot in college for like the weekend stuff, and people were having fun on the weekends.
I feel like weekends everyone left too, though.
I don't know. Seemed like there was sometimes when I was there on the weekends, and it
Yeah.
was kind of fun
I
having
always
open dorms on the weekends. I had missed out on that all the time,
true.
dude.
That's why you're single.
Yep. But I always okay, it's like off topic from the question, but Battle of the Floors was always fun.
I never did that because I never lived on campus.
That was really fun. I remember one year,
Shots fired.
I think it was my junior year. Like I can't remember what the category was, but because there's always two categories that you combine. Like ours was Mario, and we got this big giant like tapestry thing that was like 10 feet by 12 feet or something, and I remade the like Mario castle. Like I had drew it and painted it, and it was
Dang.
like giant life-size castle that they used as the background. And I remember like I got pictures of it, and like I measured the ratios all right, so it was like
You would.
spot on.
Did you guys win?
I don't think we won. We never won best in show. That was always 3
4 years.
West.
Or 3 West.
3 West Carls. Dude, they won every single year.
3 West? Who was on 3 West?
I don't know. There was like the guy named Taylor or whatever. He always like just spent like $1,000 on props and stuff. Like,
Taylor.
dude, they
What's his
win
last name?
every year. Molenda? He was my age, so like my year.
Dude, but you gotta remember, I always hung out with like people in your
because
like
I was on
Micah,
I was on 3 East.
Michael Taylor.
Michael Taylor. He was on 4. Was he a Phillips or
Oh.
Carlson?
No, Michael Taylor was
I don't know. I can't remember. He could have went.
Michael
way.
Jackson. Was he on yours?
He was on my floor. We had a guy named Michael Jackson on our floor. John Carlos was on my floor.
John Carlos, yeah.
Chauncey was on my floor.
Chauncey, he sold me my house.
Yeah.
Who else was
But
on your floor?
there was one year, Bell Floors, they did this huge production. Like it was crazy. He got like this giant chunk of dry ice and like a 50-gallon thing of water. And like, so in the middle of the thing, like because you just throw it in there, it explodes. So they had like a giant explosion.
What the heck?
Dude, they won every year. It wasn't even fair. But
Yeah,
Tim
Carlos.
Dzelski was on my floor for a couple of years. Tim and Camellia.
Oh, yep.
Camellia was on her sister floor, and that's how they met.
Same time, yeah.
But But
Yep.
yeah. So that was Will's question. What was the question? Or what was the question? I don't even remember the question. Oh, the best moment of all time in our lives.
Way off topic.
Way off topic. So that's my answer to that question. I don't know. All right. So where are we in the Discord now? So we got 2 more from Will, but we'll finish the episode off with those 2 questions. But next question from Zarnatopius Hypnar III, also known as Brady. What is your favorite part of having a podcast? I think it's a Discord community, making all these friends. It's fun.
Discord. My thing is just hanging out with you once a week and talking Star Wars.
Yeah.
And
That's
and
fun.
I really do enjoy the fan interaction and meeting people. Like me and Tanner are like really good friends, and we would have probably never even met besides this podcast.
Right.
So I mean, we go hunting and hang out and stuff.
You
And
got toy hunting.
yes, toy
I was
hunting.
like hunting, like you guys are like sitting in deer stands together.
No,
Like...
but Daddy Palps never took me duck hunting this year, and I know you're listening.
Is he listening still? We
I don't
haven't.
know.
He's
better
been.
be.
He hasn't been in the Discord for a while. I know
Did
he's
he get kicked out.
no. He's just focused on family. I remember like he had like that newborn baby
Yeah,
a year
and-
ago, and then like he got sick, was in the hospital, and he was just focusing on his family. So
yeah.
which is a good thing.
Shout out
But-
to you, Daddy
But
Palps.
every once in a while, he'll pop in Discord and say hey. But Daddy Palps, if you're listening, we hope to hear from you. Send in a
Going
voicemail.
to cons.
I think the last time we heard from him was when he sent those 2 VCU and he was
Yeah.
Darth Daddy.
Yeah.
He was funny.
Yeah. I think the community for sure over here, like doing the podcast breakdowns and stuff like that, but like the voicemail time, like I know if you guys are listeners and you guys don't listen to voicemails, like those are our favorite things.
Yeah,
And
it's always fun.
just because we love to hear you guys from across the world, even. So it's really cool, and I think our community is probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, and I like that a lot of we've inspired a lot of our fans to start their own podcasts, like
Yeah.
Brady, Darth Bane, Retta just started a Harry Potter one.
Oh yeah.
Lucy has her podcast, which is
Mhm.
great. And so, and it's just cool learning people getting different perspectives on Star Wars, like in the Discord and stuff like that. It's always fun.
Yep.
But maybe someday we'll become big and famous, and that would be the best part when we're rich. But I might be rich tonight if I win the Powerball. They're drawing in 12 minutes. But yeah, so that's I think that's his only question that he sent us. Thank you for that, Brady. But next 3 questions are from Red Buff, which he's been in the chat a little bit. But first question, what are your thoughts on the direction of Marvel? So just a little recap on that. Phase 4 just ended, and when Bob Iger took over recently, again as CEO, he's like, let's hit the brakes a little bit, let's slow down, so they're reevaluating the direction of 5 and 6 just based on their timeline of when they're doing releases of shows and movies.
Really? So they're gonna slow down on those movie releases?
Yeah, so like
Are we supposed to get a bunch?
Like phase 6 was supposed to be done in like 2024 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or early 2025 or something like that. Like, because they just released all this stuff this past summer on scheduling and stuff.
Yeah.
And so Bob Iger's like, we got to focus on quality rather than quantity. And so,
True.
So I don't know if they've like,
Did he mention anything about Star Wars?
No.
Okay, good.
But I don't know if they're like ending certain movies or like shows that they're not going to do anymore or something, or if they're just going to like slow it out so everything that's been planned is still eventually going to come out. But I think it's a good direction that they're taking to slow things down, because phase 4 is longer than the first 3 phases combined. Like, it's so long, there's so much content. Some of it was hit and miss. Like, some of it was really good.
Did you watch the new Black Panther yet?
I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot better than the first one.
Mm.
I didn't. Oh, one, I didn't really. I wasn't a big fan of the first one. I thought it was a little overrated, but the second one was really good. I thought
Did you see Miss Marvel?
I did. I thought that was a fun show. It was very simple and straightforward, but like, it was enjoyable. Like, it was very lighthearted. It wasn't like the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but it was enjoyable.
Dude, I've literally haven't watched anything Marvel since halfway through Moonlight.
You gave up on Moon Knight?
No, I haven't given up. I just haven't. Like I thought it was good. I just haven't got around back into it. But like I don't know. It just felt like so much stuff was happening. Cause like, is a Groot show, is that canon?
Yeah.
So
But
you
those
got,
are
like,
those are just shorts though. Those are like 1 minute long shorts.
oh, okay.
So
See,
it's not.
I didn't see that, but then like Miss Marvel, I didn't watch. That was the show right after that, right?
Yeah, Miss Marvel.
And then She-Hulk, I haven't watched.
She-Hulk. That was.
Dude, some people love She-Hulk.
I don't want to say anything because I'm. It
And
could
apparently
be.
there's like I haven't seen the new Thor movie.
I really liked the new Thor movie. Like, honestly, a lot of people hated that movie, but
Dude,
that might be my
so many
top
people-
5. But
so many people hate that movie.
I really thought I thought it was really good. I liked it. Best, probably my favorite fight scene in any of the Marvel
You
movies
said that.
is in the most recent Thor movie. But yeah, Phase 4 was just long. It was just really long. Like
Because all those count, right? All the shows count in the
yeah,
phases.
like WandaVision and Loki were amazing. Like,
So good.
so good.
Even the Captain America show was so good. I love that show. I liked it.
I didn't care.
I liked it. I thought the action was good. It was like easy to follow. I enjoyed that show.
Right.
But then like,
Did you watch the Guardians Holiday Special?
no, I still haven't watched that.
Dude, it's so good. Dude, I love that.
That's what
thing.
people say. Like, it was really good. I
But
don't know.
But yeah, but we're
But
still
I'm okay
getting.
if they're gonna slow down a little bit.
But I still
And we're-
think the schedule though for this or for 2023 is still on, just because everything's like been in production and
done.
it's
Like,
basically done. But
get
we're
the
getting
new
Loki season 2.
Ant-Man.
We're getting Ant-Man. We're getting other movies.
I'm excited for
shows.
Loki season 2.
Yeah,
Ant-Man,
Loki.
you would have to pay me to go watch that movie. Like,
Have you seen the trailer
it's-
for it?
It looks so stupid.
Really?
I watched the trailer on Christmas Day when I was at the movie theater, and I was like, "Wow, this looks dumb." I don't know.
But the thing is, this is going to be the first. Well, we saw Kang in
Spoilers.
Loki,
Yes.
and so we know that somehow he's going to be the main villain. Well, because we know the Kang Dynasty Avengers thing is a thing. So like we know that he is the big bad in the multiverse. Like he's the new Thanos. But Ant-Man, this is like the first time we're actually going to be seeing Kang as a villain. Like he's going to be the villain in that movie. At least that's what the trailer seems like. So it's going to be important seeing this enemy that's a multiverse enemy where there's an infinite amount of Kangs, and this is one of them. So I think it's going to be more necessary than we realize.
No, I think it's probably necessary. For me, the Ant-Man character.
Yeah, I don't care about
the actor. I do not care about.
I like Paul Rudd. I just don't like
really
Ant-Man the character.
Like him. I liked him in Friends.
I don't know. I've never watched Friends.
What?
I've never watched Friends, and I have no desire to watch Friends.
Dude, Friends is good. You should watch Friends. It's hilarious.
But if you don't want to pay to go see Ant-Man, maybe I'll pay and we can go. We'll go see it.
I said you would physically have to pay me to go on.
Yeah, I'll pay you by buying your ticket. Huh?
I've never seen the first 2 Ant-Man movies.
Well, you don't need to watch them.
I always skip over them because I just don't have a desire to see those.
But this one's going to be more important. It's the beginning of Phase 5. Like I said, it's the King is the main bad guy. So
Tanner, Civil War is my favorite. I don't even like Civil War.
Civil War, it's fun, but I don't think it's that great. Yeah. Like it's really enjoyable. Like there's a lot of great fight scenes, but I was never a fan of that movie.
Drew, we're going to Ant-Man.
All right. Oh, that's it's done deal. Drew, me, and Tanner are going to see Ant-Man when it comes out in the theater.
All right, you're paying.
I'm paying for my ticket and your ticket. I don't know about Tanner. He can pay for his own.
Who's paying for lunch? That's my question.
Well, if we go to Marcus, they got a
Oh.
whole bistro there, right there, but that's super expensive. Dude, like I got a burger and a water there.
Oh, it's like probably like $30.
It was $20.
Yeah.
It's
I saw Top Gun at Marcus. That movie, the new Top Gun movie.
I didn't even see the first one.
You don't need to.
All right, but that's Marvel. Like I like Marvel. I don't know anything about the comics, so it's just me kind of like as a casual fan that cares. So it's
Tanner's
like
buying popcorn.
I don't eat popcorn.
Well, me and Tanner will split the popcorn
All
then.
right. But yeah, Marvel, like it's just something I'm a big fan of, but I'm like not like I
You
don't
don't read
know.
the comics, or you
So
don't
it's
know
like
all the
everything
lore.
is fresh. So it's like it's fun learning from people that know like all the lore stuff and all the comics. That's always fun. But next question from Red Buff. There is a debate on if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but what do you think about Nightmare Before Christmas? Halloween movie or Christmas movie?
Halloween.
So I disagree.
Ooh.
I'm going to say it's a Christmas movie because if I remember, I've only seen it once, and that was last year. But they have Halloween. They finished the celebration of Halloween, and then what's his face, the main guy, wants to celebrate Christmas. He wants to celebrate Christmas.
No, he wants a holiday that's as good as Christmas.
Right, but he's basically celebrating Christmas. He's trying to replicate it in his world. So it's literally takes place during Christmas and is about Christmas and replicating Christmas. Therefore,
it's scary. Dude, I tried to watch that with Miles on Halloween. I was like, I can't. This kid can't watch that. That movie's scary, dude.
It's a really gross,
it's creepy,
looking,
dude.
But my stance is it's a Christmas movie because that's what it's about. It's about trying
Tanner
to
says both. Tanner also says that Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. I actually don't really. I've never seen Die Hard.
I've never seen Die Hard.
Give my.
And my rule of thumb of whether or not something is a Christmas movie or not is if the plot is about Christmas. Like just because something happens on Christmas doesn't mean it's a Christmas movie. The plot has to be about Christmas.
Yeah.
So
like Home Alone.
Yeah.
Kind of.
All right. Thank you for that question, Red Buff. But his third question is directed at me, but if you want to answer, you can. Jeremiah, if they can turn your favorite TV shows into a book series like Stranger Things or Cobra Kai, would you want to read them? No.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there is a comic series on Stranger Things.
I think there's there might be a comics. Is there comics on Cobra Kai too?
Probably.
Yeah, I would. Why would I read books?
Jeremiah, that would not let Jeremiah do it.
I would. It's hard enough for me to read Star Wars books, let alone something else. But
for me,
Drew, would you read books of other
I only read
franchises?
And yeah, no, probably.
And like
not.
Cobra Kai,
well,
you want to see the fights, like you want to see the choreography, and see the drama play out. Like you can't. It's hard to write that in a way that would be engaging for me.
Yeah, I enjoy Star Wars books a lot, like a lot. But I'm trying to think of another show that I watched that I would enjoy a book version of. I don't know. Stranger Things, the comics are kind of cool, but I don't want like a hardcover book of it. I mean, if they did it, would I read it?
But the thing about Stranger Things is
maybe
it's a standalone story. It's not like, oh, here's a prequel. Like
no, but they could do like different numbers. Like if they did one on like,
well,
you know what I mean?
can't give spoilers, but we kind of
Right.
know how they all end
Yeah,
up.
That's true. But I don't know.
There is the one that escaped from like season 2,
Yeah.
like, but even then, nobody cares about her anyway.
True.
She's definitely gonna come back in the final season though for something.
I don't know. The fan hate on her is some
But
high.
she
might
has
not-
to, like, to save the world. Like,
We don't need her.
you're right. We
We
just
didn't
need
need her
11.
before. We don't need her now.
Right. We just need 11 and Hopper
Hmm.
and Steve with
And Will and Mike to drool.
Steve with a baseball bat
Baseball
with
bat.
with nails.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
Don't
Red
get me
Buff,
started on Will.
for your 3
Oh.
questions. And now we're down to our final 6 questions. So just 2 people. But next 3 questions are from David in the Discord. First question: how is your relationship with Andrew going? Well, I text
good.
him. I
Text
text
him.
him some once in a while when trailers pop, or I texted him last week when Retta finally kicked him out of the top 10 in rankings.
Ooh.
It's literally been almost a year since he's been in the Discord, or a year, like, completely, but like even like the 6 months before that, he was barely in it. So like
Hmm.
he was in the top 10
What do you say?
for 6.5, or for a year and a half, and it took Retta about 9 months or 10 months or whatever to pass him. So that's how much he was involved in the Discord for a long time.
In the beginning, he was like you.
Yeah, I'm like 4th or 5th right now. But
Did he say anything?
so I texted him like, "Hey, Reddit finally passed you. You're out of the top 10. Go like comment in the Discord to like say congratulations." And he just said, "Wow, that took a long time." And that was it. I was really hoping he was gonna pop into Discord and just say hey and just
comment a bunch to get back up there.
right. But yeah, Andrew's just
He's
living the
so
dream
busy.
in California. I don't know. He's probably like, I don't even know what he's doing with other than, I know he has a job. But I don't even know what his job is, and he just does
I
K-pop
know what
stuff.
his job is. His coffee job.
He has a coffee job.
Well, he works for a coffee company.
Doing what?
Computer like stuff for them.
Like advertising, like videos and stuff.
I don't think he does advertisement, but I could be wrong. I think he does a lot of like customer control.
Oh,
Tanner just left, but he probably talks to him more than both of us.
yeah, but
Yeah, California.
he's probably doing like 80-hour weeks because he does his full-time job, and then he has like his K-pop stuff that he spends all his time with. So
yeah, and his editing's like crazy right now. Y'all go watch his videos.
and then
Tell him we sent you.
spam him to come back for a visit.
Yes.
That K-pop guitarist on YouTube. And what's is
Mhm.
his Instagram the same thing, or is he Angie Martin Guitar on Instagram?
I think it's Andrew.
Go look him up, follow him, but also he reads the comments,
He does.
and so
Hey, say Empire Radio sent you.
yeah, tell him to come back for Bad Batch or
It says Andrew Martin Guitar
on Instagram to go follow him. All right. But next question from David: what's your dream Lego set?
I know.
It might be the same as mine.
Doubt it.
But what's yours?
No, what's
fine.
yours?
The giant Star Destroyer.
Star Destroyer?
Yeah, the giant one that's like 8
Hey,
feet long. That's like
buy it. You have
500,000 pieces. Can you even get those anymore?
Yeah. I saw it like last week at MOA.
And how much is that?
I think it's 800.
That'd be really fun to do. Like,
Dude, if you live stream or
if
like
I bought a house, had a big room where I could just lay it all out.
I always wanted the Millennium Falcon and put it in like a coffee desk.
Coffee table.
Yes. But instead, that was my favorite. That's what I wanted. But instead, I switched. I want, and mine and Tanner and Andrew's friend Louis has it. I want the Tatooine cantina set.
Isn't that a little one?
It's not little. It's big. And it folds out as a cantina.
But isn't it just
super
like
cool.
still just fit on like a regular table though?
It's like a coffee table. It's big, bro. And then
I don't know.
they keep adding more Tatooine pieces so you can add on to the set. So I would love to have it inside of a coffee table. So you can just like look, and I can move the figures around here and there and then put it back in the table. But Stephanie doesn't want a glass coffee table with that inside of it.
Right.
One day when I have a big basement studio, I'm going to have that as the centerpiece. I almost bought it like a year ago. And I probably have
How many
enough.
pieces is it?
Will help me out. Go find it. I don't know. I probably have enough sets unbuilt that I could probably resell and buy that.
Right.
Because I have a lot of Lego sets I haven't built. Because I used to do those Lego streams, but I don't have room for Legos.
Do they have like a giant Death Star Lego set?
They do, but it's not to scale like the Millennium Falcon or the Star Destroyer.
It's just a sphere, like it would
Yeah,
be.
but it's not as big. It's pretty big. Like you've seen it in the new Spider-Man movie. He was building it.
Oh, that one.
That's
He
the one.
drops it.
He drops it like that. That's the one.
Okay. I was thinking like something bigger than that, like 5 feet wide or something.
Yeah.
Opens up in like 4 ways, like 4
No,
pieces.
they need to make a big one.
Yeah.
They have like a more to scale of the what is Mando's ship, his first one?
Razor Crest.
Yeah, they have more to scale Razor Crest now. That goes for like 300 or 250 or something like that. You know what one's cool, Jeremiah? You can get the what is the name of it? In Spider-Man, the place where they have what is it? It's not the Star Tribune. What is their thing that
Oh, the
Peter
No,
Parker?
now I'm thinking. No, I'm starting to think of like Superman, the Daily Planet.
Nah, not the Daily Planet.
With
Chat, where y'all
what's the Spider-Man newspaper? Daily Bugle.
Yeah, they have that, and then it has like a bunch of figures that you can hang from it, and you can get a lighting kit and light it up and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Fun.
However you spell it, yeah. Daily Bugle.
I don't know how to spell Bugle either, but yeah, Lego
There's
sets.
a lot of cool Lego sets, but yeah, mine is for sure the Tatooine set. I need it.
Fun.
I would love that.
All right, and David's third question.
This is David from the Discord.
Yes. Given the choice, which fictional world would you live in other than Star Wars? So what would you want to be in, like?
Either between Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings would be the worst, dude.
I don't think so. Depends on what I am.
I don't know, dude.
If I'm a man in Lord of the Rings, yeah, that would suck. I don't want to be a. But if I'm an elf, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because they're like, no, that's.
And they're pretty.
Dude, come on. You know you'd be hanging out with those orcs a lot, dude. You'd be.
Okay, chill. Chill. The hell?
I don't know what else. What are like good
Harry Potter
fiction?
would be cool, but I would want to be a wizard. Like I don't want to be a muggle.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings.
I don't know. Fictional universe, like, because like, but
we
thing is
are
like,
in that universe.
like if you live in that universe, it would just be us as we are now going into that universe. So like,
no, that's not what. No, can't do that. There's no podcasting in Lord of the Rings.
there's no electricity in Lord of the Rings.
Exactly. Or would you want to be in like Lost?
No.
You want to be lost?
No. I don't know. I don't really like the MCU would be.
We're in that, dude.
No, we're not, because it's not. We don't see superheroes. Like,
we're
I
just
don't know.
we're just in the alternate universe. They're not
Yeah.
here yet.
You know, we could have the X gene right now, and we could turn
Those are
into.
whack.
I would wonder what my power would be if I was a.
What's your
had-
favorite X-Men character?
I don't know. Wolverine's pretty cool,
He's pretty cool.
but I'm really hoping. Okay, have you seen the trailer for the Guardians Christmas special? Dang it! So then I can't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
Because what I really want to happen in the future of MCU kind of depends on something that happens in there.
Well,
But
they're doing the Wolverine is coming back.
yeah, and Deadpool.
Deadpool.
But I don't know. Earth is pretty cool.
Come on, that's such a lame answer, Jeremy. You don't want to be on what's the Avatar?
Oh,
Ooh.
Pandora as
No,
a
not that Avatar. The other
the
Avatar,
last
The Last
Airbender.
Would you want to be a bender?
If I was a bender, it would definitely be a water bender.
Mhm.
Dude, that's the best one. That's the most practical.
Pretty cool.
It's the most versatile.
Fire's pretty cool though. I would probably.
I'd be water, earth, air, and then fire would be my least.
Wow.
People get all
Earth would
hyped
be
about.
so useful though.
Yeah, like Bossing Saves is built all by earthbenders. Like it's all stone.
You could do so much stuff with Earth.
But
Like,
with my
cars in the way, but like move fool. Just like make the.
but like with my luck, if I got transported into the
You would be the cart guy with the.
I'd be the cabbage guy.
You're the cabbage boy.
My cabbage.
How did I know that? That's what you would do. That's so funny. Yeah, your lucky would be cabbage, and I would definitely be an evil firebender.
You'd probably just be a fisherman. I can
Be
see
down
that.
for that. Dude, if you're a waterbender and a fisherman, move the water, grab the fish, put it water back.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Yeah, I'll go. You're right. I'll go with the Airbender, the
Yeah,
Avatar
you would like that.
world.
That'd be cool.
But it would have to be at least the Legend of Korra time span because there's actually like technology.
Sure.
Because in the original,
There's blood bending and it gets scary, dude.
That's out loud in Legend of Korra. All right, thank you, David, for your 3 questions. And our last 3 questions are from Hold My Tea.
Ooh.
And so she used to be in the chat, like back in the day. She used to always stay up in the middle of the night because she lives in Europe somewhere. She'd stay up.
Where.
She's never officially said. She keeps it a
okay.
secret.
Oh, cool.
But
She's actually like in Washington. She just says
no.
she works overnights.
But this one might be a question easier for you to answer because you're around kids a lot. But what is the weirdest, funniest thing you've heard a little kid say or do?
Personally?
Yeah, the question's for you. Like for us. What is the funniest thing you've heard a kid say or something that they've done that's funny? Like I don't know. I'm not
on a video that.
No, what you like in real life that you've experienced. You've probably had a lot of stories with Miles. You have a lot of like
Dude, I have
nieces and
so many, but
nephews.
Miles
A lot of
doesn't
kids at church.
say too much yet. And my nieces, I can't think of anything. Or my nephews.
I don't know. So
There's so many.
this is something that just popped in mind because it happened at just last Christmas. But when I got to Christmas, I got my plate of food and I sat down. My nephew Kai comes up to me and just calls me a noob. Like doesn't even what?
What? Why? What was
I don't know.
the-
He just came up to me and called me a noob.
like, hey noob. What's
That's what he
cracking,
said.
Rock?
He's like, you're
That's
a
hilarious.
noob. I'm like, you don't even know me. Like, wait.
That's why. You don't even know your own uncle.
But yeah, so that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, the
Right.
funniest thing it's only funny to me, but the thing that comes to mind is Miles was pooping the other day and he was struggling. It was a big one. And at the end of it, he's like, I did it. and then he started clapping for himself. That was pretty funny. He doesn't talk that much, but for some reason he can say the sentence "I did it," because I think we always said it like, "Oh, you did it," like when he did certain things.
Right.
And so now that he knows that sentence and he uses it properly, and that was funny.
That's cool.
But it's just like content, like the
Maybe okay. The one thing maybe I can think of that I can remember was my nephew Samuel. He couldn't say my name, Jeremiah.
Mhm.
So I guess like when he's like 2 years old or something like that, he would call me Uncle Jigamaya.
That's pretty good.
So now there's probably people in the Discord are gonna make memes about that, but like
Gigamaya.
Jigamaya. So like sometimes it's my nephew still call me that sometimes. Once in a while, just for
fun.
Just for fun, Uncle Jigamaya. All right. So number 2 from Hold My Tea. What is the deal breaker for you in terms of food, like specific texture, color, taste, or combination of things, etc.?
You're like the most picky person I know. So
I don't say I'm picky. I'm just simple. Like I'm just not adventurous. Like I don't.
I feel like that's picky, but go ahead.
No, picky is like anti. I'm just.
Yeah, but you don't try
I'm just
it, so
lazy.
for me,
I'm just
that's
lazy.
picky.
There's a difference.
I don't know if there's a. I think you're just defending yourself.
So texture, color, taste. So like spicy.
All
Like
of it.
if something's like specific, like spicy, like I don't get the point of eating spicy food. Like
That's yeah.
because it's
You would never do the one chip challenge with me.
no. But like the thing is like that. Okay, this is an annoying pet peeve of mine. When people think that spicy is taste. No, spicy is your sense of touch. There's no such thing as a spicy flavor. You have the thing that is spicy has flavor, but the spiciness, the thing that's burning, is not a flavor. It's a sense of touch. Your skin is getting a chemical burn. It's
It
kind of
depends on how sensitive your I forget the name of the term.
but the burning sensation is touch. So like if you eat a jalapeno, like the pepper itself has a flavor, but then the oils are burning
the seeds.
The oils is causing chemical burns in your mouth. That's why if you touch something spicy and you touch your eyes are burning. You're not seeing spicy. You're feeling a burn. And so
I love spicy food, so I'm not one.
I don't get the point of eating spicy foods.
I love spicy food.
But even though like you get the flavors of something, like I love the taste of jalapeno, but I don't necessarily like the spiciness.
You don't like the aftertaste, like the lingering.
If it's spicy, like I can handle some spice, but like, I'm not like eager to go after spice.
Answer the question. So spicy?
That's one thing. But like if it's something slimy, like I don't know. Like mushrooms. Like mushrooms, I don't like mushrooms just because it's
I love
one, if it can grow on your feet, you shouldn't eat it. It's like I'm not about mushrooms.
There's like only one food that I won't eat unless I have to, but I would still eat it. It's just like not my top tier food.
What?
That's kapong. And it's
what?
like a kapong. It's a
it's a Hmong thing.
It's like I think it's more Vietnamese, honestly, but it could be Hmong. But it's like a soup, but the noodles are slimy, like super slimy, and like when you eat it, the texture feels like you're just like eating a loogie, and I don't.
Oh, that's
like it's really slimy, like really thick and slimy, and I don't like that. And that's like the only food that I don't really like. This is much, but if I'm really hungry and they have it, I will eat it. Still, force myself to eat it. But
I
try everything though. I'm one of those people that I grew up eating a bunch of different cultures' food, and I literally will eat anything and try anything. I am not a picky person at all.
I'll say a flavor thing that I'm not really a fan of is things that are like vinegary, like have a lot of vinegar in it, like that weird acidic sour.
Oh, I love that stuff.
I love like tart
Like,
thing, like things that are tart, like lemon.
yeah,
Like,
but you're not gonna try like you don't like kimchi or
yeah, I would never try kimchi.
see you would never try it. See, that's what I'm talking about. You guys picky.
Why does that doesn't make me picky just because you don't?
You're not adventurous when it comes to food.
I'm just like I said, I'm just lazy. I don't care.
Dude, there's so many good foods out there that
I wouldn't doubt it. It's just that the get 'em is kind of like if I wanted to make something that I've never had, like to get all the seasonings and all the stuff from it would cost like $100 just to make like one like Asian dish or like an Indian dish or something. Like,
that's not true.
dude, you have to get
Dude,
all those different
You
spices.
like buy butter chicken like the stuff for it, like or like curry, like Indian curry. You can literally buy it by a can and you just add it on rice and put chicken in it, and
There's
it's
that.
fire. There's definitely ways you can do it.
Yeah. Like I've wanted to make like if I can just make sauces that I can like put on meat and then rice, like I'd love to do like, it's
Bro,
like
just do that.
Asian stuff, but like you gotta get like all these like
Bro,
10
you should just go to like Co Foods and just go into like the Asian aisle
I
and just
have
buy the canned stuff.
I don't know. I want to like make stuff from scratch. That's my thing.
Yeah. I'm telling
So-
you, the curry thing though, my wife makes it like once a week, the Indian curry. It's super easy and it tastes amazing and it smells amazing. And it's like there's no way I would make that from
Is it
scratch.
spicy?
No, it's not that spicy.
Because
She
some
doesn't
curries
like
are like super
because
spicy.
Steph doesn't like spicy food either.
All right.
I add my own chili to it. But that's because I'm from the South.
Yep.
Deep down.
All right.
And if you're listening, you're so confused, but you didn't ask the origin of my family, so that's your fault.
Yep. They
Next
used
year.
they used to make the best shoes back in Europe, dude. I'm telling you.
Not that origin.
But our final question from the Discord from T, and this is for Drew.
Ooh.
What is something that surprised you about having a kid? Something you didn't expect?
Gee, with all these kid questions these days. Like food picky. Maybe T has a kid. We
No.
just don't know.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
But what is something that surprised you about having a kid?
how fast they grow.
Yeah.
Like from like a little baby, you think it's like a baby. Like Miles is still a baby, but he acts like a toddler. He wears like he's pretty big kid. And so like he doesn't seem like a baby to me anymore, even though he still is. Like he still drinks like 5 bottles a day because the boy's fat as heck. But like he like is now walking and he's talking and he says dada all the time, and he still doesn't say mommy. He calls Steph hi or hello is Stephanie's name. Hello, like constantly.
That's kind of
It's
funny.
hilarious. She hates it. I love it. I think it's funny. Because then he'll say like I did it instead of like he doesn't even say mommy, but he can say I did it, and it's so funny, so weird. Yeah, the growthness of a baby to a toddler is fast. He's 15 months now, and did you see Stephanie's photo today?
I might have. I don't know. I kind of skimmed things.
No. Because it was like last year's Christmas to this one, and he was like a little tiny fat ball at last year's Christmas, and this one he's like eating a bottle, like, but he's huge.
Right.
They grow crazy, man. So yeah, probably that.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, T, for your 3 questions.
Yeah.
And so now all we have left are Will's last 2 voicemails, and then we can get out of here. All right. Listen to number 4.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will again. I was curious if there's actually going to be an Empire Con. What would we do? What would be your very early on plans? I guess.
All right, Empire Con. I always joke about it in the Discord about stuff like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. So ideally we'd want to do it during a con that's here in Minnesota, especially the Twin Cities.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of those are during the school year, and so
Yeah. Our
like
cons are whack, dude. They're all like during October, November.
yeah, so it's like if Twin Cities Con was during the summer, that would be ideal because that's a big con, and people would come for that. Because like obviously, but it's like I'm saying that because like okay, people who are in high school or whatever that are fans wouldn't be able to come if it's during a school week.
Yes.
But then let's assume like would they even
Or
come
weekend.
as high schoolers in the
Across.
summer? So like it's hard to say. So just logistically trying to find a time when people would come. Because like if we do it, it'd be nice to have like 15 people show up. Like that would be really cool. I don't need like everyone to show up. Just like 15 of us, a good group. But what would we do was his question. I think we want to do a meetup at a con, but if we can't do it during a con, we would just probably hang out at Mall of America. Like like have a scavenger hunt at Mall of America. You got the amusement park there, so you can go on rides. A lot of tons of restaurants, tons of shopping.
Hey,
And
Minnesota Con is in June.
but what is that though? Like what's
Well, the people that are coming is the guy that the big one on their poster is the guy from that played the rat in that new what's that? What's when all the bad guys come together?
Suicide Squad?
Yeah. And then you got the guy who played the monkey lizard is gonna be there. Oh, Luke, young Luke from Kenobi's gonna come.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's in June.
Mm-hmm. And they're still adding. Like a lot of Power Ranger people are gonna be there. Like the original Red Ranger is gonna be there.
Fine.
And
This
Black,
must have
you
just
met him.
been. It might have just been announced then, because I've looked up cons
I
recently,
think
and that one's not on there.
it's a newer one, and I think it's taken over.
Twin Cities Con.
No,
Instead?
Nerding Out.
Oh, Nerding Out.
Like I think they're Nerding Out's working with them because they keep posting about it.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah, not the right guy. LOL. Yes, that's the right.
but if we
guy.
could get like 15 people to come, that'd be fun. And then like I don't know, like I kind of mentioned people how like I went to this like board game store like hangout where it's like they have all these free board games and card games that you can just play. There's tons of tables. You can just go there and play games. You can buy games. There's also a restaurant. Like it'd be
depends
cool
on
to,
how many people come.
but like
I
even if we
think-
could just get like 20 people, 15 people, like that'd be a big enough space where we could just go there and hang out for a day, and there'd be food there and all that
Galaxy
stuff.
Con would be not that. It's in Chicago. Galaxy Con is huge.
Right. But like I think if just because there's two of us and we so small, like planning something in an area that we know, like
Yeah, it would be
a lot easier.
It'd
Like
be easier if you guys came to like a decent con here, and if we were a con that like for instance like Nerding Out or that one or even probably Minneapolis Con would be able to do press for, but like I know for Twin Cities Con next year, like we could easily get a panel room easily. We can do a
Right.
live podcast out of there with
That'd
you
be
guys.
cool.
With a live audience and stuff. Or I mean we did ICCC. We could totally do the same thing there. Just call it ICCC Empire Con.
Addie, didn't she say in a voicemail recently that she's gonna go to ICC
A
Con?
lot of people I feel like are gonna go to ICCC.
So like I don't know. This is a lot of work to try and find
I
something
think
like
the
that.
biggest thing I would want to do though, that would be on my list, is to figure out how we could watch a Star Wars film together in some theater or something.
I don't even know if we can how that would work. Like
It'd have to be we would have to like figure out how to do it and make it a private showing somehow.
like can you even
Nashville.
get a random movie like that's not
I
in
don't know
theaters?
legally.
Well, one, you could probably just do it at your church.
That's what I mean. Like we could
This-
find a place where we could do it if we had. I mean, our church could fit what 200 people.
Oh yeah, like you got. I don't know
Yeah.
how many chairs you have set up in there, but
Yeah. So we
your
could do like
church
200,
is
and we can.
big enough space for us to do.
Yeah. So
con
we
for
could do
just us.
that. Like we could do that. It would just be a private screening that we couldn't like charge people to go to because we'd have to pay Disney.
Well, technically, if it's over like 15 people, you have to like pay
Yeah,
to show it,
Disney.
but it's
Yeah.
probably not the most moral to do it in a church illegally.
Nah.
But
It's not like we're doing a pay-per-view event.
yeah, but
It'd be
Yeah,
cool to do like, but there's like if we did in Minnesota, Jeremiah saying like there'd be ways we can make an event out of it
yeah,
in a sense, but we would, yeah, we haven't really dived into it that much.
yeah. Puzzler says, I don't know how excited my parents would be about me meeting up with a bunch of people I don't know in real life, which is true. Plus, she's in like high school, so it's like,
Oh yeah, that's why it'd be easier to do it at a con.
yeah,
Until we're big enough to have our own con, it'd be easier to do it at like a big con and then have everyone meet up.
And then the thing is, like, if minors come, like, we'd probably have to require a parent or guardian to be with them.
So it'd be easier for us to just join a con and have a panel. You guys all come out.
Well, even
and
if it was a con, like, a minor wouldn't be going to
That's
Minnesota
what I mean,
by
but then
themselves.
that's on them.
So,
You know what I mean? Like it'd
right.
be easier to. Those are con rules, not our rule.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, even just like traveling, just you're not going to live in California and travel to Minnesota as a high schooler by yourself for any reason. You probably would
Correct.
come with a parent or guardian anyway. So, but yes, so like it's something like I really want to do,
Mhm.
but how many people would actually do it? And like, because oh yeah, I come, but then like when it comes to like actually planning it, would they actually come?
Correct.
Which is hard because like it would be terrible to like plan all this stuff.
And it's like Will and
Like
Tanner.
it would be really cool to hang out with Will and Tanner, but that's a lot of work just for two people.
I mean, there's a lot of people in the Midwest that would probably come.
Because I know Izzy is in
Wisconsin
Iowa.
or Iowa.
Puzzler is in Wisconsin.
Yes,
Daddy Palps is in Minnesota. If we could get him to come,
he probably would.
do you think we could get Andrew to come to
No.
Empire Con? No,
Not in Minnesota, no. Unless it was like our own con, and we like put it together. We invited like we actually got like stars, and we rented something crazy. No,
And like the people look at the lineup, and the lineup is like Andrew's one of them. He's like a star we had to pay to come. He's like a K-pop star.
yeah, no. I don't think it would cost. You would have to pay Andrew to come back to Minnesota. I think. I don't think he is planning to come back up here.
No, he moved
Anytime
out,
he's ever come back here since he moved away, he's been paid.
which is only once, right?
Correct.
And the other time he was to come, it was to be paid to do a gig, and then he
Correct.
canceled to go
Well,
to
actually,
ICCC.
There's actually more to that story that I'll tell you later. But
Okay. All right. Well, that's what we.
is that
Hope
it?
for.
No, we have one more voice.
Well, one more, but that's for that question.
Yes.
That's what we would do.
Just
let's-
stay alert and keep saying you'd come.
Yeah, and if I win the Powerball, we could check the Mega Millions number right now. Let's see if I won. Let's see if the website is even working.
Do I have
Cause
a drum roll? I don't have a drum roll.
let's see here.
I need a drum roll button. How's there not a drum roll button?
All right, Tuesday. So the draw numbers 9, 13, 36, 59, 61, 11. I got none of those numbers.
None of those numbers.
All right, but let's listen to Will's like drum roll. Next, last voicemail from Will is this one right here. So let's take a listen.
Hey, Empire Radio. This is the last one for me here. It's Will. If you didn't start a podcast, would you still go the route of wanting to make a YouTube channel? Or how do you think your life would be?
Well, my life would probably be about the same as it is now.
With
um,
a lot less friends.
with a lot less imaginary friends.
Well, they're not imaginary. They all could be
But
bots, I guess.
so like for a long time I did want to have like a YouTube channel, like or have like a reaction channel.
Mhm.
Like I still want to do it. I'm trying to slowly but surely try to figure out stuff with doing reaction stuff maybe. But like that would be cool. But that's a lot of like video editing is just not easy for me. Like I struggle with it a lot. And so trying to be anything fancy with video editing is really hard. So like it's hard to be engaging. But yeah, YouTube channel would be fun. I just don't know what it would be like. But other than that, like I'd be living my same. I'd still be working at the butcher shop, living in this apartment.
Oh, he's
But-
asking if you would do anything else.
But I don't know what else I do because it's just few hours a week working on the podcast, so it's not really like super time consuming.
Well, I had a YouTube channel before I had Empire Radio.
Your pipe thing.
Yeah, you don't have to say what it is, but yes. And I got paid for that. So, but I stopped that before I even started thinking about doing a podcast. But I was streaming a lot before I was doing the podcast. And that's what made me want to do something like that. So I'd probably
Right.
still be streaming or doing some sort of streaming and YouTube at the same time, like posting videos. So
It would have been funny if like because you chose to go with the podcast more than like streaming video games, like
Mhm.
it would be funny if like if you didn't do the podcast, like you'd be like huge, like on Twitch, like you'd be up there with like
dude,
The
I don't
biggest-
know. I stream like 4 days a week for like 6 months.
I don't watch Twitch streamings ever, so it's like I don't know like what makes people stick out as like
Bro. The thing is, like, I mean, I still watch this. I watch like one streamer daily, or whenever he posts and goes live. But it's hard, bro. It's such a grind, and for me, it's like I ran out of time. Like I just didn't have time to do it like that. And
right.
if I was single, if I was Jeremiah, I would still be doing both nonstop. But that's just my personality. Like,
Right.
but like my wife does YouTube, my wife does like Instagram stuff, and so I know that like something like this creatively on the webs
Dude, if
is in my future and is what I'm supposed to do anyway. So
your wife could make us so famous if she took over our Instagram, like
oh yeah.
but
Or
we would have
my
to
wife would if she actually took herself more seriously, she would be bigger.
yeah.
That's her like barely trying. She gets
Yeah. Like we could all be like bigger than Star Wars Theory right now if Stephanie took over Instagram. But yeah.
We just need someone. We need to figure out a big pitch and pitch it to her.
Yeah. We need to start a GoFundMe to like campaign to like fund your wife as a social media person. But
Go check out her podcast with her friend. They're like blowing up. So
all right. Well, that's all the voicemails and all the questions from the Discord, and that's our third Ask Us Anything. And so next week is Bad Batch, 2 episodes. We will be doing Wednesday and Thursday, right, Drew?
yes.
So first, we're just going to watch one episode Wednesday and then record and not knowing what happened in that second episode. And then Thursday, we'll do a breakdown of the second episode. So remember last year, the first season, episode 1 was 75 minutes long. So Hopefully,
was it really?
it was 75 minutes long. So hopefully
Oh,
we can figure something out
I
with
want
time.
20-minute episodes, man.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
I don't want.
I think most of the episodes were at least a half hour last year, so or season 1. And so but yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm excited. But let's go over some socials and get the heck out of here. So in the description below, there's a links.co/Empire Radio link. That's a landing page for everything for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, a Discord invite. So go click on that if you want to join the Discord. There is a link to leave a voicemail. So if you've never left a voicemail, please send a voicemail. There's our fan email if you just want to send us an email about anything. Our links for YouTube and Twitch. And there's the needlesslynerdy.com podcast network that we are part of. And you should go check that out because David has been posting a lot of like articles. Like he's been kind of writing little like topical articles and stuff, which has been interesting to read. So go check that out. And I think that's everything in that. Don't forget to click on the VCU Illustration Project. If you're an artist, click on that. That link is in there as well, as in directly in the description too. I think that's it. Anything else, Drew?
No, I think that's it. Just go. I mean, Bad Batch next week. Stay tuned. Catch up if you guys haven't catch up to Bad Batch.
Yeah. So you've been listening to another question-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.